is up, everybody? This is O-Artistry here, and welcome back to the channel, where basically it's going to be a bit different today. We're going to just kind of talk about, just a couple Yu-Gi-Oh things, and, kind of like what I'm excited about, pretty much next year. I'm just, kind of like plans moving forward, because I'm just really excited, and just, I can't wait to get into it, so without any further ado, let's just dive in. So I've got different thoughts, different things, so kind of like how I want to kind of like take the channel forward, and just like, really build on the channel, and kind of just, see where it all goes, and I'm just really excited about it. So the first kind of obvious kind of things is tomorrow Duel Links has got an event going on where it's kind of like an Arc 5 crossover event, so I'm looking forward to that, and just kind of just playing Duel Links. Kind of in 2025 I do want to kind of start, I know it sounds crazy, I might start getting into the more competitive side of it, and so not just like doing character events, but actually starting to do a bit more of the tournaments and that kind of thing, just build it up, because that's the thing, like I love Yu-Gi-Oh so much, and I love playing it locally, and just like kind of just learning about the game and things. But I've learned as a judge that there's just so many different interactions, how the game plays, how the game works, with old cards, new cards, how just cards interact, and I'd love to kind of learn more about the game, and I'd love to learn actually just in general more about it. So one of the things I'm going to be kind of doing is just definitely going on more channels, and just learning just so much more about just how the game just interacts with itself, especially as we're getting into more and more sets. Obviously we had Bonanza set, which was awesome. We had Crossover Breakers, so that was an incredible set, and I'm really excited just to kind of that obviously Josh won at the raffle, so I'm super curious like what kind of cards he's going to be bringing, kind of going forward and things. So I'm really looking forward to that. And yeah, I'm looking forward to kind of just going on different like channels, and just kind of like just sitting down and just hopefully just learning as much as I can on a more kind of competitive level. How cards interact with one another, choke points, all that kind of thing. Obviously we've had the ban list drop, so nothing of mine was really hit. Obviously next year it's going to be very different for myself, and I'm very excited to kind of talk more about that, a little bit, and then unpacking things, because now that season 3 is officially finished, I'm basically going to be kind of doing like a video talking about it and all the results, and things, and just like a couple memes and things in there, and I'm just really excited to kind of just build that. But obviously it's the Christmas period, so hopefully I'll get that out before the new year. So I'm just really looking forward to just having some time just to kind of kick back from work, not have to worry about work, and just relax and just enjoy kind of just doing more things that I'd like to do. I started a Master Duel journey, and I've kind of taken up, it's not really gone anywhere, so I'd like to kind of go, no, we're sitting, we're doing it, and just going back into it. So I will be doing Master Duel again at some point, so for those of you who've been looking forward to that, I hope you guys enjoyed that, because I really do need to get back into it. I've really enjoyed the legacy of the Duelist Link Evolution. You guys have been super supportive of that, but obviously that's not at a competitive level. We're it's just fun to kind of watch me get mad. I get so mad, in some of those plays, especially like the Arcana. I was just like, nah, I've had enough. Get out of here, man. It's because our decks are a huge disadvantage compared to theirs. Like, oh my word, that panic one was just insane. I was full on expecting like Barrocks and all sorts just to come out. Nope, we got like hit with like an actual consistent deck, and there's mine with like Mammoth Graveyard, so that was quite funny. And yeah, so I'm looking forward to obviously keeping that series up. I'm looking forward to, you know, getting more Master Duel in. I'm looking forward to more Duel Links. Obviously Duel Links is my home. I love Duel Links, so I want to do more in the Duel Links kind of side of things. And yeah, in terms of the actual physical card game itself, I'd like to be more, you know, getting more involved in the community, more. So obviously I, you know, host tournaments and things, and, you know, ideally, hopefully, you know, moving forward, we're going to do a lot more coverage of that. There's going to be a lot more going, hopefully, forward, you know, so you guys can kind of see, you know, on the day how things are going, and just like kind of peel behind the curtain and kind of like what I'll be playing and all that type of stuff. So I'm looking forward to kind of talking a lot more about that and getting more, you know, in my own community, kind of like what's kind of going on. But also I want to go to Firestorm in Cardiff a little bit more. I've only been, how many times have I been this year? Like twice? Yeah, twice. One was for, obviously, there was the event where I met Farfa, which was awesome. You know, absolutely love that. And then there's just like, you know, that was an amazing experience, and it was my first time going on a much more competitive level, because obviously it was qualifiers, and I've never done that before. I've never done a qualifiers before, so I know there was one on the 14th of this month, but I was like, you know, it's in Cardiff, it's going to be a nightmare just to even remotely try and park, you know, for the qualifiers. I'm not feeling, you know, like, to me, I was just like, I'm not feeling it. You know, I'd rather just kind of have a rest because I was still working. And I could have taken Yubel. Obviously, I at that point, you know, I mean, I've still got full power Yubel, especially now the opening of the Spirit Gates is unbanned. So, you know, it's definitely an opportunity I really want to take, and something I really want to do. But, you know, it's definitely just one of those things. So, yeah, just going forward, I'd like to, not all the time, because obviously, you know, I'm trying to save for my own place, save, you know, and, you know, that kind of, you know, obviously expenses, it all adds up, you know, if you participate in tournaments every kind of week. So I'm thinking, like, maybe, like, obviously, like, once a month, you know, I do, you know, tournaments at my own locals, but I'd like to then try maybe probably like once, maybe every, like, you know, a month or two, just to be like, hey, and, you know, because the thing is, like, the journey, you know, every weekend, you know, that's fuel, that's, like, you know, and things, so I'd you know, realistically, you know, I'm just trying to kind of, I suppose, dip my toes in, is the kind of the right word, you know, because I've never, like, you know, I've never quit the game, I've never done anything like that, but this is kind of like the first time I want to get involved in a much more in-depth way, if that makes sense. Like, I want to get more out there, I want to be more involved in the community, and kind of just, like, you know, hopefully see what happens, and hopefully meet some amazing people. You know, I mean, obviously I already do in my own locals, you know, I love everybody there, so, and, you know, it'd be great to spend more time with, like, Khan, for example, in Firestorm. And yeah, I've been watching, like, kind of this awesome little channel. It's basically, what channel is it? Let me just double check it. It's Ruggles. I've recently subscribed to them, and literally they had two videos. One was like 11 days ago, another one was like 3 days ago. you know, coming back to locals, and you know, just the quality of their videos is insane. I'm like, jeez, like, but I love the kind of how to kind of like, you know, showing the journey, if that makes sense, and I love that. You know, it's showing that, hey, let's get into it. And obviously, when I'm doing season 4, it's going to be absolutely like, you know, that's what I really want to kind of do, and then just moving forward in general. It's something I wanted to do prior, but just didn't really have the opportunity to. So I'm looking forward to season 3. Absolutely, we're going to be getting more, just doing those things. And, you know, just kind of learning the game. I want to, you know, obviously I'm going to be going back more to return to grassroots, so I'm very excited about that. It's going to be absolutely wild. I've pretty much got everything ready for what I want to do in season 4. There's obviously, over time, I'm just going to need to top up and, you know, just get some, like, you know, get some things. And, you know, we're just going to have a good old time. And, you know, I'm just really looking forward to it. It's definitely going to be interesting. I've already got a deck picked out for January. So I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be very excited. I plan to kind of bling that out a bit more. And, you know, kind of going forward, you know, hopefully the videos, kind of like this and things, for example, they're going to be not just me kind of like sat here on, you know, it's going to be more kind of like, you know, not interactive. I don't know how to kind of like describe it, but like, you know, if you watch the Ruggles videos, basically absolutely that's kind of like more of the route I want to go down in terms of like that kind of like just style of videos. Like, I think it's really like awesome. And, you know, yeah, that's definitely like 100% like kind of like the way I want to go down. You know, it was awesome seeing, like, you know, in his videos like Distant Coda and like Gauge and things like that, and because I'm watching like the progression series, so like, you know, it's like, oh my goodness, it's so cool, like seeing all these people, and you know, like, you know, they have such like a wholesome friendship group. I'd love to be more like that, if that makes sense. So I want to get more involved in the community and hopefully get that myself. You know, I had a little bit of that back when, you know, me and Illyri, Tina and Sean, you know, we used to, you know, kind of, we'd go to a tournament and then, you know, afterwards we'd just hang out afterwards, and that was always just like super wholesome. And I just really miss that kind of like interactions, and just having, like, you know, obviously being a judge, like, I've got, like, you know, there's so much I've got to do, but, like, you know, I also just want to have fun myself, and I'm looking forward to kind of more of that. And I'm just really excited. I literally can't wait. I'm like, why isn't this coming sooner? I just want to do it. I want to be like, let's go. And I'm super excited. So, yeah, I hope you guys are too. I know I've kind of rambled and I've kind of not really talked a whole lot about kind of various things. I've kind of just given ideas and kind of spitballing. Obviously, if there's things that you guys would be interested in seeing more of, obviously let me know in the comments. You know, I want to do a little bit more, not like massive pack openings, because again, money. I definitely am curious about like deck profiles, like if people would be interested in kind of seeing the deck profiles that I'm kind of, you know, because I've got loads of decks. I've got so many decks. There's a couple that I'm absolutely like, I'd show those, and I'm sure you know, absolutely love those. So, you know, yeah, definitely get involved in letting me know what kind of like things you'd like to see, and hopefully, you know, you guys just really enjoy the content, basically, you know, because I'm just really excited moving into 2025, kind of just like what kind of like, you know, just getting more involved in the Yu-Gi-Oh community, just getting a lot more like, you know, I'm getting really excited about it. And you know, I've been watching like not Distant Coda, the Kali Effect, you know, recently Team EPS, you know, and things. So I want to like get more, you know, watch more channels, watch more like kind of like interactions, kind of, you know, see what the game state's like, you know, kind of like, you know, what to look out for, kind of like learn more on a competitive level, like, you know, because I do think the game is at a more healthier position than it has been in a long time. It has been a while since, you know, I've felt personally the game is in a healthier state. Obviously it's not perfect and there's still a lot of things that it, you know, it needs to learn, but it's definitely moving in the right directions, you know. You know, I find it's crazy that, you know, we had 3 rarity collections pretty much like in a span of a year, 2 of them quite, you know, one after the other, but because the first one was so successful, it was like they needed to capitalize on it, and now we've had the Bonanza set, which is just incredible, and obviously we're getting a 4th set, which has got I call it 25th Petite Moth, you know. Oh, look at this amazing thing. That's so funny to me. But I love, that's one of those things I love about the community. Obviously, no community is perfect. I tend to stay away from, like, the social media aspect of it, because, you know, like, Twitter and things, like, even Facebook recently has been incredibly dark. Like, it's you know, the social media side of things is just like, you know, and it's not what I want for them, especially my community. You know, here on, you know, in, you know, the world of O-Artistry, as it were, you know, like when you guys check out my content, you know, I want to make sure that it's, you know, it's friendly, it's, you know, incredibly supportive, you know, it's a judge-free zone, you know, and I find with social media, like, especially Facebook of all places more recently, like, you know, I've found more than anything, Facebook has been the darkest, if I'm being realistically honest, about it. Like, I definitely think that, like, Twitter's always been bad, but, like, you know, I definitely feel, or X as you want to call it, but, like, I definitely feel that Facebook recently has been, like, really bleak. So, like, I'm like, ugh, you know what I mean? So pretty much the only thing I do these days on, like, Twitter, for example, is I literally just go, here's my video, and share it on my channel, just to keep that looking a little more active. I'd like to do a little bit more on it, but, you know, I'm a bit like, when it comes to it, I'm a bit like, here you go. You know, it's just one of those things. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to kind of just getting more involved, and, you know, just learning a whole lot more about it. Will I do another qualifiers in 2025? Maybe. I'd like to, possibly. It's the only reason I'm a little hesitant is because obviously what I'm planning in 2025. So it's not going to be, if it's anything like it was like this year, where it was in March kind of time, then that's not the right time. It would be more if it was kind of like November, December time, like it was this, you know, there was one, you know, obviously in December 14th. So, you know, I definitely would, you know, like to get more involved, and, you know, kind of just like, you know, see where it goes, and, you know, I'm looking forward to it. I'm just really excited. I can't wait. But yeah, I know I've kind of rambled a lot. You know, basically I've just kind of gone, oh, this is kind of like some of the things we want to do, but the crux of it is I just want to do more content, you know, more Duel Links, more Master Duel, more Legacy of the Duelist, you know, in terms of on the YouTube channel, in terms of games wise. I know obviously there's going to be the game that's going to be on Steam and Switch and things, you know, the classic collections, so I'd like to do those, because there's some games that, you know, I played that I'm really excited to replay, and I literally can't wait. The last game, for example, on the list is one I definitely had, and I still got somewhere. It's a Game Boy Advance game, and it was like, you know, super fun. So yeah, I literally can't wait. And then yeah, I then want to do more in terms of like, you know, kind of showing, you know, maybe what I'm playing, or more just kind of like maybe 1 or 2 extra discussional videos. You know, obviously depth profiles I'd like to do, and things, and hopefully we'll be able to get all that sorted. And yeah, I'm just super excited then about, you know, going maybe a little bit more to Firestorm, because that's the closest kind of like I've got in terms of like you know, Firestorm Cardiff. You know, that's probably like the closest where it's like on a bigger competitive level. Obviously I don't know if there's like other smaller South Wales ones other than our own community in Aberdeen. So if there is, you know, let me know, because I'd be super curious to kind of know kind of like what's available. You know, and I'll do my own research, you know, because I basically, I'm just like, you know, I want to get more involved, I want to learn more about it, and, you know, kind of pick the game up as we go, because you know, it's a game that I've never left. You know, I've always played, but, you know, I definitely feel like 2025 is the year of me being like, right, okay, let's take this more, kind of like more on a, like, it's kind of like a fun series, if that makes sense. Like, you know, I'm like, you know, I'm like really excited about it, but I want to take, obviously, the channel, like, it's always been serious, and, you know, I've always loved all the content that we've made, and like just everything that I do on it, you know, but like taking it to like another level, if that makes sense. Like just going in and just being like, let's do it, you know. So I literally can't wait. I'm just so excited. So I'm gonna shut up now, and, you know, let me guys know, you know, let me know in the comments what you guys think, what's your thoughts, what's your opinions, kind of like what you would like to hopefully see, and yeah, just make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe in the comment section, and as always, party on, peeps. Take care, guys, it was great to see you. We'll see you again in the next video.